Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
And this is a show where Sean and I explore the internet for some funnies, some interesting stories, and of course, talk about new ways that we've been killing time. Now, Sean, the How to Kill an Hour audience has been a little bit upset and sad that you've been away. They were concerned that we'd fallen out as friends. So it's glad to have you back.
Thank you, bro. It's good to be back.
You were a little bit unwell.
I was a little, yeah.
Now you're back.
I'm back.
You're sounding great.
Thank you, bro.
You're looking good. Better than ever. You good to kick
Not
off?
sure about that, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Before we jump into the internet this week, Sean, I just want to have a few shout outs from people. Just want to let you know that Skin from Skunk and Nancy has been liking our videos, like a few of them. And Alan Carr, comedian from the UK. Yeah, Alan Carr, legend. He was one of the first guys that I saw when I was studying media production and technology in the northwest of the UK. I got taken to see a live production of, I think it was a TV show in Blackpool, which was amazing to see all of that production outside, like lights as well, outside.
Comedy outside is tough, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Especially in Blackpool as well, innit? Because you got, I think we're near the pier as well. So you got like that lovely, fresh sea breeze as well. Yeah, I remember being a bit cold, but yeah, shout out to them. Also, Sean, on Instagram, Red Top DM'd in saying, where did you get that gorgeous khaki and mustard fleece from? It was from the Fabulous Coffin joke.
I'm guessing it's I'm guessing it's what you call camo. Is it camo? Is that mustard? I mean, I'm colourblind, but mustard, and is that kind of camo-y?
I mean, that's a cool ass way of saying saying camo. Isn't it? No, actually, it's mustard and khaki.
I can only think it's that one. Yeah. Big up my sister. She I think she got that for me for Christmas at one point.
There you go. Good Christmas purchase.
I think it's a Gap. Okay. It's a Gap fleece. It's just part of my super comfy part of my wardrobe where everything needs to be oversized and super plush.
Yo, bro, I can't lie. At this time of year, the weather's not nice, but there's something about slipping into something that's plush, comfy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it is as well? I think there is a part as well where getting older, I'm just like, I'm all about comfort now.
110 million%.
Used to wear things which I've been like, well, this is a bit uncomfortable, but I think it looks kind of good. No, Nowadays I'm like, nope, definitely not.
Yeah.
In the bin.
Do you know what was something that looked really cool, but was probably the most uncomfortable thing to wear? Corsets, yeah, probably. I wasn't really a big fan of those.
They suited you though.
It was Timberland boots, you know.
Oh, Tim.
They battered my feet because I got really like long, skinny feet. So I had to like stuff zillions of pairs. Yeah, little canoe toes. So I had to stuff like loads of like little bits of like socks and stuff in there because obviously when we were being cool, we
the tongue fully out.
Yeah, the tongue
not
out.
done up at all.
We needed to look like we just put our feet. The style was to put your feet into them and look like they could fall off at any point in it. Yeah. You didn't want to look tight. You didn't want the laces to be tight at all because the tighter the laces were, the cooler they weren't.
The cooler they weren't.
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
I've never had a pair of Timbs, you know. I will say this, you know, ever. Like,
what?
Ever, yeah. Like, I had a pair of Timberland trainers. That was it, but that doesn't count. I don't think that counts. But I feel like DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a pair of DMs, and I feel like they're kind of similar in that way. Like, you can break them in, but you do have to tie them up. I'm guessing that you never tied up them Timbs.
Those Timberland boots, yeah. I was
using. You had the naturals or the light blues.
Bro,
what did you have?
I had light blues.
Wait, you had a white one?
I had two pairs of white ones.
I remember you in white.
I had the white. I'm going to a 90s party soon, actually. And I don't know if I bring out the white ones, I want to wear them, but I also don't want anyone to step on them because the 15-year-old and 16-year-old me is like, don't step on my Tim's, fam. But I've got white ones and I've got these like.
Is it the white with the? Did yours have like a brown, like a light tan trim? So
if you know Timberland boots, they have a little tag on them that was like a seal of genuineness, right? I had a pair of boots that was made out of those tags. So like the boots were like patchwork, but they were like different shades of white, like an off-white, not off-white, like a grey white and a white. They were sick. White soles. I feel like wearing them to this 90s party, but I feel like they're going to get stepped on. Do you know what I mean?
Have you not got any of your other Timbs?
I've got, yeah, bro, I think I've got loads of them. I think I had some denim ones. I remember
the denim ones.
Yeah. Ones with the fold over tops and bro.
You used to rock Timbs a lot.
Yeah, man.
That was just dragging your feet.
I had it, bro. I was like, I felt cool, but my feet were burning, man. I think there was a time. This is how you can know how old we are. Where there were $2 and a bit to the pound, and I went to New York. A little bit of savings, and I got busy. I got busy, and I came back feeling like I was part of Dipset. You get me? I felt like I was part
Did you get like an AV at the same time and that?
That's the only thing. I've never had an AV.
You never had
I've
AV?
never got an AV.
No,
That's the only
same,
thing.
same.
Yeah. Anyway,
A lot of the man them did though.
a lot of the guys did. A couple of them had some Plavorexes as well, which is some dodgy ones as well, which I think was somehow worse. Right, anyway, look, if you're new to the show, Sean and I have a little chat, catch up with each other just like we did, and then we delve into the world of the internet. And the first part of today's show is our jokes
of the week.
Kicking off.
Okay, baby, I'll do it. My friend is one of those guys who just lights up a room whenever he walks in, and yet people just call him names like arsonist or pyromaniac.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Starting off straight with the smart. Right. A gynecologist was having an affair. One day, whilst she was in the office, he said to her, just for something different, let's just have a cup of coffee and a chat. Then, through his window, he saw his wife coming. So in panic, he shouted to his lover, quick, take off your pants and jump on the bed. Otherwise, my wife will suspect something. That's actually terrible.
That's not good. I didn't see that coming. Neither did his wife.
Hey.
So, Sean, I'm going to clean it up a little bit, okay? Lulu was a prostitute, but she didn't want her grandma to know. One day, the police raided her brothel and took all the girls outside and made them line up. By chance, Lulu's grandma came by. Grandma asked, "Why are you standing there, dear?" Not willing to let her grandma know the truth, Lulu told her that the police were passing out free oranges and she was just lining up for some. "Why, that's awfully nice of them. I think I'll get some for myself," said Grandma, and she proceeded to the back of the line. The policemen were going down the line asking for information from all the prostitutes. When he got to her grandma, he was bewildered and explained, "Wow, still going at your age? How'd you do it, old girl?" Grandma replied, "Oh, it's easy, dear. I just take my dentures out, rip the skin back and suck 'em dry."
Wow. That is a lot.
Shout out to Grandma, man. Putting in a shaft.
Oh dear. Okay. Put out this is definitely a dad joke. One evening, Jesus walks into a flash restaurant with his 12 disciples following him. The maitre d' greets him and says, "Good evening, sir. How can we help you today?" Jesus responds, "Yes, we'd like a table for 26, please." The maitre d' looked confused for a second before gathering his composure. "But sir, there are only 13 of you." Jesus responds, "Ah, yes, but we'll be sitting around the same side of the table." I never thought about that. I thought, you know what?
Listen, I'm not saying that's the world's first social media savvy person, but you know, like, listen, if you're going to document it, you've got to make sure everyone's around the same side.
True.
That's a good one. I like that. All right. 3 brothers, aged 92, 94, and 96, lived in the same house together. One night, the 96-year-old fills up the bath, puts his foot in and pauses. Then he yells down the stairs, "Was I getting in or out of the bath?" The 94-year-old yells back, "I don't know. I'll come up and see." So he starts up the stairs. Then halfway up, he pauses and then yells, "Was I going up the stairs or was I coming down?" The 92-year-old is sitting at the kitchen table having a coffee, listening to his brothers. He shakes his head and says, "I sure hope I never get that forgetful." He knocks on the wood for good luck. Then he yells, "I'll come up and help both of you as soon as I see who's at the door." Sorry. It's a nice little one. It's a cute little one, isn't it? It's a nice little one, isn't it? I could get a good knock. There you go. There's your knock. There you go.
I like that one. Right. Mrs. McDougall, an older Irish woman, goes in to see the doctor. She has seldom ever been to see a doctor before. After a bit of conversation and background info, the doctor told her to come back the next morning at 10 a.m. with a specimen. Mrs. McDougall shows up at 10 the next morning looking like she'd been dragged a quarter mile behind a farm tractor. The doctor asked her, "What in the world happened?" She said, "Well, Doc, you told me to bring in a specimen this morning. I didn't know what that meant, but I was too embarrassed to ask. So on the way home, I see Mrs. McTavish. I say to her, 'McTavish, the doc says to bring in a specimen. What does that mean?' She said, 'Go and piss in a bottle.' I said, 'Go and shit in your hat.' And the fight was on."
Sorry, this is a super dad joke, right?
All right.
So it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. And for the socials, we're going to have to be very good with the spelling. My wife texted me this morning and said, "You're great." I replied, "No, you're great." She's been in a great mood with me ever since. I should correct her grammar more often. Right.
On a beautiful, sunny, cloud-free day, Jesus and Moses are playing golf. Jesus tees off and a ball goes into the rough. In a moment, a bird comes along, takes it in his mouth and flies off. As the bird flies over the green, a bolt of lightning strikes it and the bird drops the ball on the green. A puff of wind comes along and blows the ball into the cup. Hole in one! Moses turns to Jesus and says, "Are you going to play golf or are you going to continue pissing about?"
That's all right. I love that. I can just see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
and he's like, "Holy one." Right. My wife told the therapist that she's sick of me taking everything literally. The therapist said to me, "Do you know what she means?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a female pronoun." It's so fucking sad.
It's brilliant.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, I'm about it. For today's lesson, the teacher asked the students to use the word definitely in a sentence. Teacher's pet, Harold, immediately raises his hands and states, "The sky is definitely blue," to which the teacher replies, "Sometimes the sky is grey with clouds." Next, the teacher's other pet, Susie, raises her hand and states, "The grass is definitely green." Again, the teacher has to point out, sometimes there is no rain and the grass goes yellow. There's a lull as most of the class gets thoughtful. Then, from the back of the class, little Johnny, who rarely participates, asks, without raising his hand, "Teacher, are farts lumpy?" There's some snickering that the teacher tries to control by replying, "No, Johnny, farts are not lumpy." "Well then, teacher, I definitely crapped my pants."
Little Johnny's back. All right. My girlfriend wants to break up with me because she says I'm un-American. I could see that coming a kilometre away.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Right.
I like it.
They're gonna get worse, bro. I'm sorry. I've just got to say now, Sean. I'm gonna finish on an absolutely horrible one, and I apologise now.
Okay. All right. The company commander called the first sergeant. When he arrives, the CO says, "Top, just got word that Private Schmedlap's mother died. Please inform him." "Got it, sir." So the company is assembled for the noon accountability check. Per usual, he makes a few announcements then. "Private Schmedlap, here first sergeant. Your mum just croaked. Schmedlap completely falls apart and passes out. An ambulance is called and Schmedlap spends almost a week in the hospital getting back his senses." The CO is pissed. "Damn it, Top. The battalion commander is on fire about this. I'm going to send you to TACT school. Maybe they can teach you to handle things like this a bit more thoughtfully." So Top spends a week at TACT school. Time passes. Then one morning, "Top," the CO says, "just got word that Private Schmedlap's father died. You need to inform him, and I hope to hell you do a better job this time." "No sweat, sir. I got this." So at the noon formation, Top makes a few announcements. Then, "All right, listen up. I want everyone whose father is still living to take 2 steps forward. Not you, Schmedlap." It's so savage. It was one of those when I finished it, I was like,
That is a savage one. All right, I'm sorry, Sean.
let's do this.
What did Master Yoda say when he saw himself on a 4K TV?
I don't know.
HDMI.
Oh, God. Oh, that is...
Shout out to the nerd saying, "That's actually HD. That's not 4K, man." Sorry. There you go. And there are our jokes
of the week.
Oh man, it's good being back in here, man. Oh man, thank you, Sean. There were some belly rumblers, man.
Yeah, some good ones, man.
I guess it's up to you, man. Do you want to jump into our killer bits for the week, or would you like to talk about some news stories, Sean? Because you've been away for a while. I'm happy to leave it to you, bruv.
I want to hear what you've done.
All right, cool.
To kill a bit of time.
This week, well, I'm sorry you couldn't come to Bridge Command last week.
Cut it.
I know, bro. Like,
but we were discussing that maybe with Amanda, we'll go ahead and do it.
Honestly, like, people have been saying to me, "Oh, like you've been banging on about it." We didn't get paid a penny by them. Genuinely, really, really enjoyed the experience. So, I think I'd want to go back with the lads, you know, and at like 40 quid a pop each. It's not the cheapest thing. It's not free, obviously, but great value. But who do you think? It'd be hard to name them because, you know, not had the permission, but who do you think would be good to go with? Me and you are on it. Minimum 4 people. Nim can come because Nim came along to the other one. Who else do you think would be good? Gamers or just people that are up for a laugh? Who have we got in the crew?
I think it's people that will want to get involved and will want to immerse themselves.
How about our tongue chewing pal? Do you think he would get involved in it?
Definitely.
I think he would.
He would get proper involved.
I think if we did it, there might be a point when we're dicking around. He'd be like, "Look, guys, seriously now, man. Look, can we just?" Yeah, that, and I love that. That's what's good. I think that would be a good. That'd be 4 of us. Yeah, that'd be enough, innit? Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. We'll go back. Right. So, Sean, this week, or shall I say, a couple of weeks ago, I delved into the world of robot vacuums, bruv. So we've all seen.
Is this your first foray into that market?
I had a little dabble a few years ago. They weren't very good. They weren't, like, my feedback a few years ago was good, but could do better. They were okay for everyday stuff, but you still needed to clean up a bit extra around them.
Yeah. I just put on it because like my cousins in Malaysia, I remember when I was there a few years back, there's a few of my cousins that had them. I would say that the yards there were like flat, tiled, quite a big space, and they'll just leave it on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
And I think here in the UK, that's where it's a bit different because we've got carpets here in certain places, hard floors in other places as well. And there's a bit of a variance. Whereas I think in warmer countries, it's like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's harder floors and it's just dust pickup in it that you want. Whereas with carpet, you need to actively suck it out. Do you know what I mean? So with this Leggy, I think they call it Leggy, but I call it Leggy because I like it, Legee. Sent us the D8 Eco Compactor Robot Vacuum Cleaner with a mop and a 5,000 PA of front suction.
Wait, it's got a mop?
Yeah, so it doesn't just clean with hoovering, it mops as well.
Does it do one thing at a time, or it doesn't do both at the same, does it?
Sean, it does both at the same time.
At the
same damn time. Yeah. So it's got this little, so it's like, unlike the circular ones, which can get in corners, it's kind of shaped like a D, but the flat bit of the D is the front of it. And it's got this little this little bit at the top right, which kind of like, that knocks in the main bits of dust, right? So it spins around doing that. Then it has a hoover in the middle of it at the front, which kind of just sucks everything in. Then, if it's on hard floor, it's got a little mop at the back and it sprays out little bits of water and its mop, it kind of like Harlem Shakes.
That
and then goes down. But then when it goes over carpet, it detects it.
So it doesn't.
That turns off, so it doesn't mop your carpet and it hoovers. So you basically pop it down in your house and it goes off to do mapping.
It goes and it maps the...
Yeah, just pop it down. But we had it combined with the Lulu, which is its cleaning station, which I'll talk about in a sec. But you pop it down, popped in the cleaning station, filled it up with water and it just...
Wait, what's this cleaning station? Sounds a bit high tech.
So basically, it's a cleaning station. You put clean water and dirty water in it, and every time, well, you can program it, but I set it so that every time it did a round of cleaning, the Leggy came back to base, and it washed the mop and dried the mop. So it kind of like stops it, cleans it, but obviously if it didn't dry it, it'd smell a bit pissy. If I'm honest, that's what things smell a bit off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it like dries that down.
And what do you just have to replace the water in the what is it, the station?
In the Lulu station, you've got like a clean tank which slowly empties. It fills up the actual device with water, and then you take out the grey water, which is dirty water, and pour that away. Like dirty water, a bit smelly as well. I'd suggest you give it a little wash once in a while. So you fill it up, and it tells you when the clean's empty and the full, and then it obviously fills up the Leggy as well at the same time.
How long have you tested it for?
A couple of weeks had it for.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And like what's great is when it did the first bit of mapping, it started cleaning straight away. So I opened it up and it had like a bit of dust in it. I was like, oh, nice. And it gets hair, gets dust, gets all sorts. Comes with a little tool on the top so that if inevitably, bruv, Bro, it's a Hoover, innit? If it gets a little bit caught up with hair, you can cut the hair out. You can take everything apart as well and clean it up, which I'll get back to. And it constantly maps. So if you move stuff around like chairs, it will go in between the chairs if it can. And you can like, once it's done the map, you can set the map for different areas. So you can have zones. So like say on the bottom floor of your house, you can have like kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. So you can set it to do the bathroom 3 times a week and the bedroom once a week if you want, or vice versa. And it also has, I think it's 2 centimeter clearance, so it can go over things. So, and if it's struggling to get up something,
like a threshold or something.
If it can't get up it, it'll really give it a go. Or you can turn that threshold down so it has a curtain setting, so it doesn't, so when it's around curtains, it pushes into them a bit more. Because you know if curtains are on the floor. And then it will end up sucking it up accidentally. Yeah, but it will know, and it will kind of like nudge into the curtains to get under the curtains a little bit as well.
Smart.
Has timers, you can give it lots of voices. So I may or may not have for a week changed all of its sounds to Mario, so it's like woohoo, woohoo, hey, let's clean. A bit annoying after a while. I'll turn it off.
What does it say? What kind of information?
Going to clean, returning to base. I am stuck. Help, please. You lazy fuck. Yeah, no, it does stuff like that. And yeah, man, you literally just pop it down, and there are loads of settings you can have for it, but I just made sure that it knew where carpet was. So that's where carpet is.
So you set you can set the different areas of different materials, yeah?
Yeah, it will always have a look. It'll always know, but you can tell it. And you can remote control it if you want, but that's no fun. I let it do its thing. And it just maps and maps and maps. So say like something's
remote control might be quite fun.
Yeah. Just like, roll up someone.
Just just like I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do the hoovering and just cotch. And
yeah. Or bruv, if you're feeling really lazy like me, you can attach it to Siri and just go, "Hey Siri, hoover up," and then it goes, "Cleaning now," and then it cracks off and does its little cleaning thing.
Can I ask, since you have been using it, have you felt the need to clean up after it?
Nah.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's pretty sick then.
I would say it's no way you're going to beat a conventional thorough human hoovering once. But you get it going, let's do its thing for a few days. I think you're nice. You're good. Just pick stuff up, can do shaggy carpet. Because my key is run it every day or run it every other day.
Instead of waiting until the build up and that.
Exactly. Okay. I think, is anyone going to beat like a parent that's a little bit anxious with a hoover?
Anyone beat a parent?
Yeah. No one's going to beat an anxious parent that wants to get busy hoovering on a Saturday morning when you're still in bed. I still have PTSD from that when I was young. Yeah. No one's going to beat that. But it will, if you just leave it going, it does well on carpet, it does well on floor. My builds I've got some builds for it though. I did notice when I first got it, when it was up on the cleaning station, there was a little leakage when it was cleaning it, but I went and just took it all apart and put it back together again because it was someone else had used it once before me as a press. It was a press version I had.
Right. Okay.
Took it all apart, like cleaned it all out, put it back together again, and it stopped doing that. But there was a little bit of leakage. That was one of my builds. What was another build? Another build is I love the Lulu cleaning station. Let's have it so it takes the dust out of it as well.
Oh,
so
right.
Everything's just in the cleaning station.
It only enters the water.
Yeah, I just don't want to bend over and pick up stuff. So you got to pick up the lid. No, you ain't got to pick up the lid. You flip it open and then take the dust out of it. I would just love if there was another station
where you remove the dirty water, remove the dust.
Yeah, right, why not? Just so it's less to do, really. I know that's asking for it to do a lot, but I think a future version iteration where you literally, even if you could have a bag and it falls into a bag for you. Do you know what I mean? Like you put a bin liner into the thing, put it down, and then you have a full bin liner of dust. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it picks up proper dust, picks up proper hair. And like if you don't hoover, you can feel like when you walk across the floor that there's like, dust and stuff or whatever. Yeah. Like that was, I was looking out for that in it because I hadn't done hoovering it. Yeah, it's cool, man. Like it's fun. Like, and it's cool to like get a little notification saying just cleaning up when you're out and it goes, I'm just thinking, yeah, getting a hoovering done.
That's like, in your brain, or in my brain, I would be like, oof, one less job to do.
Bro, 100%.
Amazing.
100%. Right. And it's like, you see yourself talking to it, like it does this little round, I go, good job.
Good work. Little pat on the
Yeah, but just in case the robot overlords want to be like, look at me and be like, what's going on? I'm trying to think what else
he's treating it well. Yeah. He's treating it well.
Yeah, like a son. Yeah. We'll just, it's all right, Mark. You can just do the mopping instead. All right, yes, thank you, robot overlords. But yeah, man, so it's cool, and I think it does try to optimize as it goes. So the timing's got a bit lower and lower. I tried to measure it. I think over this is approximate, because it depends on what it was, over 10 square meters, you're looking at about 12 minutes of cleaning when it's thorough.
10 square meters.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 square meters is, I think, yeah, you're looking about 30 minutes, depending. If it's just a square room carpet, easy. But if it's got to negotiate, it tries to get everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you know, so if you've got like 30 square foot apartment, because it tells you how much square foot of cleaning it does. So not necessarily, because if you live in a bigger apartment, remember you've got bed, couch, all that stuff down. So about 30.
Does it go back over itself?
Yeah.
It does. It doesn't just do it once, or it kind of, or it depends on. Sometimes it will go back over if it's trying to get to another area. Or
yeah, it's got its main little thing on one side of it. Its main little thing that drags in the big bits of dust, so it loops back on itself to make sure that corner hits every single.
Oh right,
part
okay,
of the room.
gotcha.
So sometimes it moves around. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? But then it shows you on a map. You can watch it from anywhere as well. A map of it cleaning up, and it shows you exactly where it cleaned up, or if it gets stuck and stuff.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm potentially interested in getting a robot vacuum when I end up moving.
Yeah,
Just putting
man.
it out there.
And if you're on multiple floors, you can just have a map for each floor. So just bring it upstairs, and you can put a little like an electronic boundary down in the app, say don't run down the stairs. But it won't try and kill itself though. You know what I mean? Don't know. You're saying no, Sean?
No, I was gonna say how much does it cost, and how much does it cost with the Lulu station?
It's $599 for the D8, and the Lulu station is £299. Personally, if I'm going to spend that money on getting the Hoover, I'm getting the cleaning station as well, bruv. Why am I going to want to get down on that and pick it up and get the water out? And why would I want to? Because you can rip the mop off it and put it in the washing machine or whatever and get replacement parts. But why would I do that, bro? That's like.
But you might do that after
work.
You might do that after 6 months or a year or something like that.
But if you haven't got the cleaning station, I feel like it'd finish mopping and cleaning, but there'd be nothing to dry it.
And then you have to go and do all of that manually.
Yeah, that's long, bro. Yeah. So like, I'd rather.
It's okay. So it's it's close to fairly close to a G.
Yeah. Then when you look at fancy Hoovers.
Yeah, I mean we're talking 500-600 quid anyway.
Yeah, man.
For a Dyson.
For a Dyson. I mean, and obviously there's the classic Rude Boy Hoover.
Henry.
Which is about £189. So it's like 4 times the price of a Henry. But listen, I love you, Henry, but you ain't doing the walking around the house.
You know what is mad is I still think that the reason why I feel like if you took a Dyson and you made it not see-through, I honestly think that not that many people would have. I think that's like the thing you can like see it picking up the dust. You're like, I feel like if they hadn't made it clear, I don't think it would have.
What Dyson did is they knew that there are stronger Hoovers out there, but they were like, let's market this because their stuff looks cool in it. That's what it is. It looks
cool, and the USP of being like, you can see it picking up the dust, and you're like, oh yeah, sweet. Like, I think that was and then we can charge like $6 for it.
It does look like a bit of a, when you think about it, they look like
a bit futuristic.
They look like art. They do like, like go to an art museum and it shows you like a cross section of a bit of tech. It looks like that. And you know what, bro? For people like us that were young in '96 and stuff, you remember we had a see-through controllers and stuff?
Nah,
that was like the ultimate controller. So I think that's marketing to us because I had a see-through N64 controller. I thought I was the guy. I was like, look at the technology.
They had see-through N64s.
Yeah, bro. I wanted one of those so bad. Man, they tapped into that. So yeah, man, that's what I did, bro. That was a bit of tech. I haven't finished Slow Horses. Have you finished it?
No.
I haven't watched any since I last spoke to you.
No, same.
Really?
No, yeah.
What were you waiting for? Were you waiting for it to finish? I
was waiting. Yeah, I was waiting to finish, and I'm like saving. I'm saving them. Okay. That's what I'm doing currently. I'm like, I will watch these at like the perfect moment because I'm still very excited to watch it. So
maybe we should catch up and watch them together.
Potentially.
Yeah, man.
Do that.
Yeah, grab two snacks, glass of squash. Strange. How about you? How you been killing time, man?
Oh, bruv, I haven't been doing anything really, unfortunately.
Really, bro?
No, because I've been a bit under the weather. So I missed all the fun things that I was supposed to do.
I know, bro. I'm sorry, man. I wanted you to come so much to that stuff, man. There was some other stuff that I was meant to talk to Richie about, and I love it episode. I know that Halloween's gone now by the time this episode comes out, but I played The Quarry. There was a re-release of The Quarry game, which is 2022 interactive drama horror made by Supermassive Games. It's like a play-along movie kind of game where there's 9 playable characters and you kind of decide on what they do throughout the game.
Oh, can I ask? Can you kill off the players?
They can all die.
They can all die. I think I heard about
They
this.
can all live. Came out in June 2022. There has been like a bit of a rejudge, and it's come out and it's kind of pushed forward. People are kind of very excited again. It's come out PS5. I was playing on Xbox, but yeah, man, and you can play online co-op. But if I'm online and it's my game, even if you go against my choice, I think it always goes for my choice. But we can talk. But you can play a co-op version where you can talk about it before you make a decision. It's about basically, I won't spoil it, but it's about a bunch of teenagers going into the woods.
What
Stuff
could
gets freaky.
go
Yeah.
wrong?
All of them are a bit horny. You know, the horny teenager ones, isn't it? With a bit of history, slightly less clothes than you'd need for the weather. If I'm honest, they all could be a bit chilly. Look, oh God, she must be cold. Look, you can tell as well. Oh, she's going to catch a cold if she's like that. A bit of tripping over nothing and looking over your shoulder and going, But at this time of year, bit of horror for fun, man. So maybe we'll stick it on and talk about it another time.
You know me, I'm not really into the. You're definitely more into the horror scene than I am.
I'm a shookhead, bro.
Same. I don't like watching horror.
Oh, I'm super shook.
I don't know if are you more shook than I am. I know you're more. I know you don't like gore and whatnot. That doesn't bother me.
You're right with gore. Oh, do you know what I did watch on Netflix?
No, wait. Go on.
So no, go on. No,
I was literally gonna say like gore in a film. I'm like, cool. Gore in real life, like as in if I'm watching a sport and someone hits like a compound fracture and snaps their. If I'm watching MMA, I'm watching UFC and someone snaps their shin in half. Back in the day, I used to be like, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, I can't. I'm like, they're like, oh, we're gonna show a replay. I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. No. Even though I'm watching football and there's not like bits where someone's knee goes the other. Nah, man, not about it anymore. I'm like.
Part of that is getting
squeamish.
older, though, innit, and knowing you're
I
brittle.
think so.
Because I watched Home Alone last year, and over the last few years, I've been going, oh, that's from.
You start.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
You starting to root for Harry.
Yeah. I just feel their pain, like when he walks up the stairs and he stands on the nail bit.
Oh, yeah.
Before when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, rewind it. It's so funny.
So many bits in it.
And when he steps on the Christmas decorations and they all crack under his bare feet. Bro.
The iron and the paint cans. Oh, they're so...
Mate. Yeah. So I actually did watch It's What's Inside on Netflix. It's kind of for this time of year. A group of friends gather for a pre-wedding party that descends into existential nightmare when an estranged friend arrives with a mysterious game that awakens long-hidden secrets, desires and grudges.
This sounds a bit like a horror.
Mm-hmm. The machine helps them switch bodies. And then chaos ensues. Watch it, bro. It's good. Not too graphic. Not the best film I've ever, but nice bit of popcorn. It's not like you don't watch it and go, "That's a."
What, is it a full-on horror? Is it a bit of a thriller? What's it?
I'd say thriller, psychological thriller, bit of a whodunit.
Okay.
Horny teenagers go into a big mansions and swap bodies. What's the worst that could happen?
Wait, hold on. This sounds very similar to the game that you just played a moment ago.
Yeah, it's that kind of like teens go into an environment. You know that kind of like. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? One of them's wearing a too little clothing, even though they're indoors. I'm like, surely they're going to catch a cold, innit? Yeah. Like, you know, great. Yeah.
Catch your death.
Catch your death. Disgusting. Look, let me just rewind it and play it again. That wet t-shirt in that weather is unreasonable. And that shirt is way too short. Look, I've got slow replay on this. Let me show you. I put a chapter marker. No, but great watch to just put on, watch it. It's like, I don't know, like I have certain friends that want to be blown away at every single film they watch, but I'm happy to watch something where at the end I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I don't. Yeah. So it's like a chill one.
Like there's different films at different times in the same sense as I feel like different music for different times depending on mood, etc. I don't need a 99% Rotten Tomato scored film every time you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't need a full emotional roller coaster every single time I
will watch
a film,
a solid 5 or 6 on IMDb and be like, yep,
come on, man.
Bang, that was perfect.
Yeah, man.
That was absolutely perfect.
Janky special effects, come on, man.
All about it. Or
dodgy dialogue, where you know the answer. Yeah.
Or let's be honest, anywhere less than a 5 up until about a 3, I won't really watch anything that's like a 3 to a 5 on IMDb. Anything less than a 3, all about it.
You got to get into
all
it,
about
man.
it. I'm like,
and if you don't,
gem is this?
And if you don't enjoy it, shame on you. shame on you for expecting something better. It's like walking into a kebab place that's got 1 star, and being upset because you get a bit of a dodgy belly afterwards.
Hygiene rating.
This is I think these are yesterday's chips. Of course, mate. So yeah, Sean, I recommend that. And I got a game as well that I couldn't send you because I haven't got the Android code yet. I have some Apple codes, but
it's a phone game.
Yeah, A Little to the Left. It's come out on iOS. It's a cozy puzzle game where you arrange household stuffs. So A Little to the Left is developed by a guy called by Max Inferno, and published by Secret Mode, and it was released on November 2028 on PC, Mac, and Nintendo Switch. But it's come to the iPhone now, and it's a proper plinky chill game where you just do like really simple tidying tasks. So it's like put some books in order. It's like rearranging the trader.
This is like power washing 3D. Is it like therapeutic in some way?
It's you know how power washing is like you're doing work. This is more like just you listen to relaxing music and you kind of slowly just complete the game. I'll play a little bit of the game music for you now. And then if we get it, I have to blank it out of the episode. Sorry, but I'll just so you can kind of hear the vibe of what the music's like, because I think it's really nice and it's just.
I have an idea of what it's. I feel like I have an idea of what's going to be.
All right. While I promise I'm not feeling for time, but while you have an idea of it, and whilst I connect to our Bluetooth device, do you mind giving me an example of what you think it might sound like, please?
Oof, it's a tough ask. I feel like it will be similar to something like a theme park styled game, where it's kind of like ding 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 ding, just like
I like that. Go on, give me some more.
No. I wanna hear this.
I promise I'm not feeling for time, but go on. What? Can I have a bit more of that?
No remix. No remix on that one, but
bing ding bing ding.
Just something a bit like lullaby-ish potential. Easy
potential lullaby.
Easy listening, very. Okay.
Let's play it. Let's jump into a level. It's just chill. It's like Zen. You've got to rearrange some books. I'm just saying you there. You can rearrange books if you're looking at YouTube.
Oi.
It's just chill. You just like spend 5 minutes and you want to get some headspace. Like Sean and I were talking before the episode came on. Bit of a dark time of year, grey weather. I can feel a bit. Just takes that little edge off it. And it's like the levels aren't like you can put it down at any point. Levels aren't like you need to keep attention on it. You can have to sip a cup of tea.
That did feel a bit lullaby-ish.
Yeah,
it just has that soothing. Quite close to soothing. I don't know what it was.
But yes, I've been playing it, man, and it's just a chill one to get on with. I think it's like 3 or 4 quid. Not the cheapest app, but it's just chill. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to them for that, man. I want to play it on an iPad. I think I can play it on an iPad. But yeah, man. So those are our killer bits
of the week.
Sean, it's time for our news of the week.
What?
Have you got any stories for us?
You go first.
Okay. All right, Sean. I love a bit of this, Sean.
Okay.
Because we are stepping into something. If there's one thing I love more than jokes, Sean, it's this. Time for our crime.
Any excuses to play this tune, isn't it? That's what it is.
Sean, it's crime.
Hang on.
This is crimey crime, I promise, bro. This is the kind of crime that I think.
Yeah, but I feel like you could be talking about lullabies. You're like, oh, I got a tune for this.
I promise, Sean, this is crime. Right, okay, Sean. Ready for this?
Okay.
A man who scammed an entire country out of $130 million using a mobile game is facing 89,000 years in prison.
89,000?
I love it when the numbers are just
strong,
crazy out there, isn't it?
Unnecessarily strong.
Apparently, he'll do 45 on good behavior.
1,000. What the hell?
So a game raked in millions of cash for users in less than 2 years. There's a guy who made a virtual farming app that scammed 132,000 people out of millions of dollars. This maths isn't mathing, but let's just roll with it. And then disappeared. Mehmet Aydin developed Farm Bank, which is called City Lift Bank in Turkish, which on the surface was seemingly an innocent app where users could run and manage their own farms. But unlike popular Facebook games like Farmville, Farm Bank had a sneaky twist. It was actually a pyramid scheme that was used to rake in 250 million, which is 1.14 billion lira. Lira? Am I saying that right? Lira, isn't
Lira.
it?
Yeah.
From users in less than 2 years. Now, the fraudster is facing a total of 89,000 years in prison, according to Turkey's news. Do you know what? I respect Turkey for being like, let's give this man a sentence of all sentences.
Time is time. That's like, yeah.
I agree, Sean. Let's set a precedent here. Yeah. Let's warn others. Yeah. Let's give you so much time that even if we can live for a very long time with robots, we've got you, bruv. Future-proof sentencing.
On good behavior, your great grandson might get out.
Yeah. they imprison your sperm as well. Give us that, like, every part of you is doing this time. Do you want to see the dude?
Go on.
I'll hold it. If you're watching on YouTube, here you go. You can see the dude. Does he scream criminal to you? He doesn't scream criminal to me.
He does not.
But because he
maybe that's why you get away with it.
But because he stole a lot from people, I think he's due a little bit of a rinse.
So it was a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
He looks a bit smelly.
It wasn't.
Anyway,
it wasn't the. But it wasn't the. Yeah. It wasn't the app which like managed to steal money from people. It was the. It was the way that it was marketed.
Yeah, Sean. And I believe I will be able to furnish you with some more information. Farmbank launched in 2016, promising players a chance to win as they play. I've heard that before. And have fun as they win, and encourage them to invest what they thought was in actual livestock and agricultural land. So users would spend real money for the upkeep of virtual chickens, sheep, bees and cattle and earn cash back in the game. But at the same time, you thought were real. You were investing in real things. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So by purchasing things in the game, you could earn gold bars, which they then believed they could exchange for actual cash. So they made it in-game currency. Whoever invented in-game currency, genius. Back in Turkey, franchises paid Farmbank to open shops and sell products like meat and cheese. All of them were branded with the Farmbank logo, making it seem like the goods came from the company's livestock. But it didn't. They were just buying in stock and like relabeling it. At the time, Turkey's agriculture was struggling, so the game was like a way you could help out the country's farming industry. So like, look, the country's out of
it's even
money.
worse, just preying on like...
man. You know what? Because he's doing 89,000 years, I'm going to give him a fair rinsing. He does look like a member of the Addams family, innit?
Do you know what, man? He looks like the son of like a mafia don that was like... He grew up, he had it too cushy, he didn't have the hard life, innit?
He's the nerd son, innit?
What is he holding? He's holding an egg.
He's holding an egg, yeah. He somehow manages to make holding an egg look creepy, innit?
Yeah, mad creepy.
Just by looking at that, I'm
mad
like,
creepy.
bruv, no eggs for you, innit? I don't want eggs. So, however, the game was later revealed to be a massive scam, and most of the farms Aiden claimed to have were actually inactive. So by 2017, around 250 million was reported to have been invested into the game by users, but problems started popping up when people tried to withdraw their money. In 2017, Aiden abruptly sold his shares in the company, never a good sign, and a month later, Farmbank announced it would suspend accepting new users and stop paying out profits. In 2018, authorities revealed the app was a scam and the criminal investigation kicked off. The situation escalated into a global manhunt after Aiden fled to Uruguay with tons of cash. He didn't exactly hide as he was spotted driving around in a Ferrari, and finally in 2021, in Sao Paulo, he was arrested and sent back to Turkey where he is doing time. Yeah, man. So, bro, like, that is wild, man. Like, scammers be scamming. Scammers be scamming, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you ever been scammed and been ripped off yourself? I've been done. Everyone. It's possible for everyone to get done. This is brutally honest with the pod.
Go for it.
I was driving, and I pulled off at a random station. I pulled up at a random service station, bursting for a wee, and a guy came up to me and went, "Oh mate, you got any cash? I need to get some fuel." And I just like had a fiver, and I just chucked him a fiver, and then he drove off away.
Sorry.
And he had his son in the car. I looked at him, and his son was in the car, like looking bored. I'm like, "Your dad's been doing this all fucking day, hasn't he? Grafted, fiver." And when I gave him the fiver, he's a bit like, "Oh, you got anything else?" I was like, "Nah, man." And then he got in the car and sped
Bounced.
off. Yeah, I got done in it.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone can get done, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Listen, no one. Listen,
it was
no
a,
one
it
is.
was, it was a Jackson. It's not, but still.
May have adjusted the money so I don't feel as stupid.
Shots of edge note.
Yeah. Anyone can get done, you know.
I'm trying to think if I've got scammed.
Do you know where you may have been scammed? And I may be wrong. Have you ever been promised greatness from a computer game by the hype and then bought it and it's trash? Because a lot of people, I think, until they fix Cyberpunk, that was a scam. That was a scam.
Well, to be honest with you, everyone that I know that bought Cyberpunk early doors was after they said to me that they fixed it and they were happy with these like proper gamers more so than myself. Yeah, seemed. Yeah, there have been games that I've tried in the past, and there's definitely been films in which like only all the good bits are in like the clips, and you go and watch it, and you're like, oh, get the fuck.
Do you know what the ultimate hack was? When they put like a massive actor on the front of the DVD case or whatever, and they're in it for a scene. That was a great scam.
Yeah,
that was a great scam. Yeah. We did used to frequent Wembley Market back in the day, though, Sean.
We did.
So I don't think everything we bought clothing wise washed as well as clothes should.
Yeah, but it was purchased. It was purchased in the knowledge that was probably the case, right?
Yeah, I don't know many people that could ever get a refund if the clothing went wrong or the DVD they purchased.
You want to take your VC jeans back? You mad?
I sold them on. Are they real? Yeah, bruv, they're real, man. 100% real.
And passed on the scam, you know.
Passed on the scam, you know. Oh man, that was good times. But yeah, man, anyone can get it. So there you go. That's my little crime of the week, Sean, man. So for no reason, let me play some more crime music. No reason for that at all whatsoever. What you got for me, Sean? News-wise.
Let's see. All right. Don't think we've spoken about this. Okay. Did we speak about the Asian man who... Oh, we might have.
Go on.
The Asian man who tried to pick up chicks by squirting them with his urine. I feel like we might.
No.
Did we not?
I so would have remembered that.
All right. Okay.
Sounds like a bit of a... If I'm honest with you, bro.
Yes. Okay, so this is in Singapore.
Not Springapore. So I'm trying to look for like wee jokes in this.
Wanting to talk to women, a man hatched a plan to soil their clothes with a mixture of his urine and flour so that he could have an opportunity to break the ice between them and him. I appreciate the fact that he's like, I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna do this. Where does the urine and flour come from, honestly, though?
So Sean, I was upset when you said he sprayed them with urine. Now when I know that he floured them as well, he was making a sex paste. He was making a sex paste.
What do you call it when you throw
eggs and flour people, innit?
Eggs and flour or the feathers.
Feathering people. But he was making a sex paste.
No, stop saying
a sex pastry.
Stop saying sex paste. That's weird. That's
weird,
it's
bro. A sex paste. It is though. Yeah, we all know if you had fluid to flour.
Stop saying it.
Name of the episode. Agree. Sex paste. It's not sex paste.
That's probably good.
I will spray it at you while you run away with sex.
You have to make it worse by saying Tom Jones. Oh jeez.
I will paste you up like a papier-mâché.
Okay. So, Tan Junhao, a 31... Oh, God.
Why is 31?
Also, he's Malaysian. What are you doing to us Malaysians, bro?
Fucking, I was going to say it. As soon as I heard it was a sex paste, I was like, yeah, it's got to be a Malaysian guy in it, sure. You know what I mean?
Sus, bro. Okay.
Was it? So he's Malaysian and he's running around Singapore?
Yeah. So a 31-year-old Malaysian was fined $1,200, got off lightly, to be honest, after he pleaded guilty to using criminal force on one of the women. He followed a 26-year-old woman as she was going up an escalator. He then squirted the mixture, which he had earlier mixed in a small plastic bottle, on her dress as she was walking along a nearby overhead bridge. Instead of stopping to talk to the woman after that, he walked past her. She initially thought that the mixture was bird droppings due to its smell, and the stain grew bigger when she tried to wipe she tried to wipe it off with tissue paper. The public prosecutor said the accused intended to squirt the mixture on the clothes of ladies, especially young ladies wearing dark-coloured bottoms, and then alert them that their clothes had been dirtied. He wanted to create opportunities for him to talk to these ladies. Tan admitted he had done the same to two other unknown victims. He had also prepared red dye at home, which he intended to mix into the liquid. Court documents did not state how the authorities managed to track him down before he was caught. Right, Now, I've got questions here. That is the end of the article. I've got questions here. Why you... No, but on a level, yeah? If you had some sort of red dye, like, there's a part of me which goes, okay, he's trying to create opportunities for himself. He doesn't have the confidence to go and, like, just break the ice. If he had made some sort of weird red dye at home, already I'm like, it's creepy. Right. It's a creepy thing to do. But it would have been better than the urine with flour. The Seggs Paste.
The Seggs Paste.
Oh, I said
why would you want to Seggs Paste people? So,
I don't...
Why? I could just leave it there. But let's try and get to the bottom of this. And just to be clear, Sean and I are wholly against this kind of behaviour. I think we
definitely do not condone spraying anyone with
piss and flour.
Especially piss and flour. But
and spraying anyone. Yeah.
Come up with a different... Maybe we need to give Tan some different ideas.
Yeah. Like, hello. I'm all right. The one saving grace from this, right? The one thing I can say as a positive is at least he didn't piss directly on them. Or is that worse that he had piss from earlier?
No, it's probably more traumatic if someone just starts
pee
piss.
on you. All right, cool.
Well, it depends what you're into, isn't it?
Also, from what he said, she was on an overhead walkway and he got the wee on her, so he would have had to. She thought it was bird dropping, so he was dropping pee from above.
So what did he do? He dropped pee from above and then
a sprinkler,
and then went down the stairs and walked past her.
Yeah. Hey man, how's it going?
After you've done all
of got piss on you.
Yeah. After you've done all of that work, don't walk past her.
Yeah. Also, like, in your head, is his name Tanya?
Mm.
In his own head, also, bro. Just say, right? Stay with me, Sean. But hey, what's that? You got a stain on there. And she's like, oh hi, whatever. And they get together, right? At some point, you got to come clean with what you did in it, right? Yeah.
Hey, listen, babes, I got to tell you something.
Funny story about how when we first met, babe. Like, basically, you know that little bottle of Evian that I've just kept on the mantelpiece for years, empty. You know, the one that's got a bit of a yellow stain in it. Like, the little hole in the top. I just want to say, babe, like, this is, something. This is the reason we're together. Do you know what I mean? What? So then he tells her that. What the fuck, man? Like, if you found out someone did that to meet up with you, like, did something like put some of their bodily fluids somewhere so that it stained you, and then that was their opening for conversation, I think that could undo a lot of love. I think that you could go from almost married to him doing some time.
Either your partner needs to be as strange as Mr. Tan here.
You got to ask about PP play before you do PP play. You can't just run. I'd say, if I was throwing the dice down of gambling, most people not into PP play. Now, off that, you can't just start throwing PP. If we're in a world where PP play was the norm, then you wouldn't probably be getting fined. But it's not, bruv. So you can't be running around doing that. He was not, right. I mean, look, hello's a great opener. It can not work or it can. But I guarantee you, the repercussions are way better. Wow.
Yeah, just it's levels that people will go. Do you know what it is? You know what the thing that fascinates me is that he's put some thought into this.
Bro, he's workshopped it in his head. He's gone, I want to pee on something. No, that's too...
But I don't... Yeah. This is the thing, right? I don't know if there is... If he has any kind of... He enjoys peeing on people. I don't know. This is the thing. I don't know whether he just thought, oh, it's got to be something that has an odour to it. Or something like that.
Do you think he thought it might be pheromonal? Like, you know, if my juices are there when I'm there, it might get them...
Oh, God.
What? You know, like they say, like, if you bake bread before someone comes over to view a place, it makes it smell nice. He's like, well, I can't bake bread, but I can make some paste in the meantime. And maybe the yeast combines. I throw some yeast in there. It could make a quick... I don't know, bro. I'm trying to find the logic. Because long story short, disgusting. Do not do this. Don't do this.
Definitely don't do this.
But I'm just trying to find out what's Tan's going on, man. Like... You know, like
it's one of them. Right. It's one of those things where I would be quite intrigued to be like, bruv, where did you come up?
Yeah. Do you know what? If you feel like you haven't got anything to talk about with anyone, and you want to learn something that is probably, I still think, a bit loserous, just learn magic. Be one of those assholes that be like, can I show you a trick? Oh, by the way, here's my card. Do that. At least that's not offensive. You've shown someone a trick and you've offered them your card or whatever. Never call you again. Cool. Yeah. He's a bit of a magic man.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I feel like I've yet to come across either a guy or a girl, who have been like, I mean, I don't think there's all that many female magicians going around being like, oh, let me show you something. But I don't think it's a good look, the magic thing. Nah. It's not. Let's be honest.
It's overdone now, isn't it? Overdone.
It's overdone, but I just think it's like, I think my feeling is, and ladies, please, like, let me know if I'm off the mark, but I think a lot of women just find it a bit creepy.
I think it's creepy.
The magic thing.
I find it creepy.
You know, yeah.
I find it creepy because I know that what you're doing is sleight of hand, isn't it?
Mm.
So I have to pretend I'm impressed, or do I just go?
No, but sleight of hand can be super impressive, though.
Yeah. Shout out to my mate Damien Magician. He's with a coin can be like, the coin is going between my hands. Follow it. He can do it, which is cool, and he can do all kinds of magic. But he's like pro level, right?
Yeah.
Magic circle, inner circle, all that shit.
That's See.
Yeah. So he's on that level. But until you get to that level, there's a lot of like creepy, shoddy, shitty tricks. I don't know, like I think, but they're doing it because they love the craft of magic. But if you're doing it and you can tell someone's doing it for like attention.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy at uni, bless him, great guy, sold tickets for me when I was doing events. And he did magic, like, and he had all these like ways of
How did it work for
creating social cues. Everyone was like, "There's magic, dickhead." Well, there's that dickhead. How long till he starts doing magic? Oh, go on, do a trick for us then. Oh, watch this fucker. He's not going to stop. That's what they were like. But bless him, I get it, because if you don't have the ability for social cues, like look, as a fellow introvert, if you've not got the ability for social cues,
I can't listen to this.
Then like
this introvert bullshit.
Then I feel like you can follow the rules for social cues. Do you know what I mean? Like, so say I'm someone, I don't have any idea what social cues are. You could say to me, Marcus, start with hello and how are you? And then I'll probably go up and be like, hello, how are you? I'll probably get that wrong. Do you know what I mean? Or like listen to the person, whatever. But I feel like it can feel quite prescriptive when people are like, hey, I'll do some magic for you. Hey guys, so what do you like to do? So what gets you going? Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
I get it. I feel like there's a couple of times where maybe being out, like this back in it, like, 10 years ago, but being out in like, been outside in like smoking area at a bar or a club or something, and then someone like, chatting, and someone's just been like, might do like a little coin trick or something like that. Yeah, just be like, oh, let me show you this, and it might be like you put something on a glass or something. It's kind of like, it's cool, but it's not like, they haven't got like hidden things up their sleeve, or they don't bring any like props to it. It's just like, oh, I know a little thing. And also you have to think as well, like, so for some of these things, I used to do this with like Zippo lighters back in the day, when I would just like kind of mess around, and then I would see people who were sick at it, and I was like, how long did that take you, bro? Like, that must have taken you tens or hundreds of hours of practice. And I'm like, what's that?
Yeah. No, you're right, bro. You're right.
Tough one.
You're right. But when my social battery goes, I do lean on crutch stuff. So I'm like, just tell me about yourself. I'm like, please keep talking. Tell me about yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a social environment, like, so I kind of get it, man. But I think the underlying, and we're not wrapping this up, I'm saying the underlying message to this is piss in a bottle with dye or without dye.
Magic is better.
Magic's better. And maybe just words instead of a Seggs Paste.
I agree.
Okay, good. I just had to wait for you.
I fully agree. I just
wait for you, bro.
I just had to.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, you were going to say.
No. I feel like we've attacked the main subject area here, and even though what you've suggested, I also think is, may potentially not that helpful to most. It is definitely helpful if you were thinking about doing the first thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Massively. Everyone should do it if they were thinking about the first thing. Do some magic.
I think maybe what we forget as men, because he's a man, is maybe just start with hello. I mean, I don't think you can get fined for saying hello to somebody once. Not many hellos to the same person. Hello. That'd be wrong. Hi, how are you? Practice that. And then moving on. Hey, how are you doing? You all right? Cool. and then maybe we build from there.
I like this. This is good. This is good information.
It's cheaper than magic
for a tan. Cheap.
Yeah.
It's way quicker to learn.
Yeah, definitely.
Takes actually, it might take as much practice, but it's more practice done on the field than in your bedroom.
Yeah, man. At the gym, I see there is some, at the gym I'm just focusing, but there's some really sociable people, and I don't think they know everyone there, but like, hey man, good morning, how are you? They just keep it, not too, it's a nice place to practice. A little bit of eye contact.
I do feel like, unfortunately, we are moving more into a world where there's sometimes had to be a bit more of a slam dunk before you go and speak to someone, just due to how things are.
Yeah, man. Well, men fucked it up. Men like Tanner fucked it up. Basically, bruv. Yeah, let's say it is. Men have fucked it up. Yeah. It's like whenever I'm somewhere, I had this conversation literally yesterday. Whenever you're somewhere and you don't like the rules, it's because someone fucked up. So I was in Scotland, in Lexus, and I was on my way back, and I luckily got a little bit of a lounge seat. I thought, right, tasty, get a couple of iron brews or whatever, maybe a couple of drinks. Hello, sir. Here's your tokens. Tokens for what? Your drinks? Don't watch my Scottish accent. Your drinks? Took them. I was allowed 4 drinks. I went to the bar and I heard a man going, 4 drinks? Ludicrous. I've never been in a lounge where they only allow you to have 4 alcoholic beverages. And I turned to him and I said, listen, mate, it's not their fault behind the bar. It's the fault of somebody back in the day who did something, and the response to this had to be, right,
we have to limit the drinks.
What's the number of drinks we can give
someone
people?
Just suplex someone through the bar.
Yeah,
we probably exactly, have 4 max.
When someone vomited vodka and iron brew all over the bar and tried to clean it up with their wife's leather handbag. Yeah, how do we stop this happening again?
You know what it is? You're 100% right, and it also comes down to the lowest common denominator. A lot of the times as well, we have to play the rules that we have to set are for the most stupid of peoples.
Yeah, chopid even. Just take the S off that. The most chopid of people.
But it's like, why do we have to drive at 20 mile an hour? Because Jeff over here or whoever decided like to do a madness, or
he did 90 into the Gales Bakery. Yeah, luckily only some regular pastries were killed. And do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, 100%. So like, whenever I'm in a situation, I don't like the rules, and that's it. And I think, yeah, you're right. Everyone should be more careful. Men and women should be more careful, especially with consent and stuff like that, which I think what you were skirting towards, but I think it's fine. And it's because, I've got to say it, bro, it's because men fucked it up, really. Mostly. And then people are like, oh, women do stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. Mostly men. So, yeah, that's why it is, man. Because of guys like Tan.
I'm hoping that there's not too many guys like Tan. You know what?
Sorry, man.
It's a tough one because It's a bit of a grey area. I agree with you that men have done most of the messing it up. One thing I find interesting is that talking to different women, I would say that most women would be like, don't, like, if someone comes up, tries to speak to you, and you're like, oh look, like, I'm not interested, thank you, blah de blah, move on.
Yeah,
right. But I do know some women who will turn around and go, yeah, but if he's not persistent though, like, he's not really about it. I want him to like chase me. And I'm like, yeah, but you do see what the issue is with that. Do you know what I mean?
I'd rather play it safe, bruv.
Right?
You know what?
I think it's best to do
unfortunately,
so.
I missed out on the one because I didn't chase her down. Instead of I chased someone down, and now I'm doing hard time. So yeah, definitely, man. I mean,
there's still always levels to how polite you are, and also we got. I think as well is that sometimes things are done innocently, but you have to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, man.
Like if you're like, oh, I just saw this beautiful woman, and I was like, oh, I need to go. I wanted to go and say. If you're in a dark alley, don't try and fucking go and do it. Do you know what I mean? Because like,
you're right, man.
You gotta.
There's a time and a place.
There's time and a place. You have to be aware of these things.
And don't try and force the time and place with urine and Seggs Paste.
I think that's the main takeaway.
Time and paste is the name of the episode. That's what I think it's about, the time and paste.
Oh dear.
Okay, Sean, well, look, let's wrap it up for today, man, because we can talk about PP for a long time and P-Paste. So, yeah, make sure you keep sending those jokes in. jokes@howtokillanhour.com. That's jokes@howtokillanhour.com, because our social inboxes are getting full up. So we're just going to go over there for now. At How to Kill an Hour on all socials. Please keep following us. And Sean, where can we find you?
Nowhere at all.
Nowhere at all. I'm at Marcus Bronzy on all socials as well. But man, just follow How to Kill an Hour and keep those jokes coming in. We've got a ponderful episode coming up for you, which we can't wait to get into. In the meantime, stay well, look after each other, love each other, and don't, for the love of God, use Seggs Paste.
Peace.